Show, we are speaking to real people behind true crime headlines. Our next guest takes us all the way back to December 15th, 1997, Philadelphia. Here, in fact, is the Philadelphia Inquirer the day after. Take a look at the headline that I'm holding right now. It says, 10-year-old baby dies in North Philadelphia fire. But the baby did not die in the fire. She's actually here today and is our next guest, Delimar Vera. It took her family 6 years of twists and turns to discover she was actually kidnapped. It's a shocking true crime story that shook the world, and now Delimar is sharing her story in a new British documentary. It's called The Hand That Robbed the Cradle. Before it even is released in this country, we have a daytime exclusive. Delimar is here to share her story with the Tam fam. Take a look.
It was a crazy, crazy case.
Luz Cuevas lost a baby to a fire.
But she had a firm belief that her daughter was still alive and was living with her kidnapper. That certainly sounded wild.
Could you just not accept that your child had perished in a fire? Is there something else going on? Is it wishful thinking?
Could have been a mother who had mental illness.
Is it mother's intuition?
No lo acepta, se volvió loca también.
I thought Lucida was wrong. This woman's crazy.
I think she did really believe that this was her child. We had to look into this with Ernest. We were going to investigate her claim.
An autopsy report stated that the baby was completely consumed by the fire.
How hot was that fire?
It was a heavy amount of fire. No one could have survived.
I start feeling something wasn't right.
Somebody was in your home and set your home on fire, and you were powerless to stop it.
The story, as it evolved, became more and more challenging. There were so many disconnects. There were so many improbabilities. There were a lot of questions that remained unanswered.
The truth is always better than fiction.
Wow. For an exclusive interview, please welcome the person they said was the 10-day-old baby, Delimar Vera. Delimar. When you see this, I know you've worked on the documentary, you've had years to process it, but how do you feel when you see that?
It's always still tough to watch that and also realize, it's my life story. When I started this documentary and I started filming, I walked into it thinking this is my life. I'm not gonna learn anything new. I've heard this story, my own story, a million times, but I was wrong. There was a lot that I discovered that I didn't know about my own case.
So you investigated your own case?
Essentially, yeah.
You were 6 years old. You were living with a woman named Carolyn, who you believe was your mom, but you always felt that you did not look like her or your siblings.
No, I didn't look like her or my siblings. I didn't feel connected to the family. And there was always that eerie kind of feeling.
How was she as a mom?
She was like an absentee mother. I always say out of everybody that I remember when I was kidnapped, she's the least person that I have memories of. I don't know if it's trauma blocking it out or if she just wasn't there.
She changed your name to Aaliyah.
Yeah.
That's what she called you the first 6 years of your life. The siblings around you, what was your day-to-day life? Did you feel like there was a secret? How do you explain it?
It wasn't until later on when I saw her feeling the pressure that I realized, okay, something is really going on. But my normal day-to-day life, I went to school like any other kid.
Had she presented herself as pregnant?
She did.
She did?
She did, for a whole 9 months. She presented herself. She went to doctor's appointments. She supposedly gave birth at home. So the people around her thought that she was pregnant.
So they all thought that she had had a baby and that you were this baby.
Yeah.
You were 6 years old when it was discovered that you'd been kidnapped, and it all happened as a chance encounter at a birthday party. Your biological mom was there?
Yeah, my mother was there. Yeah. And she wasn't gonna go. She was not gonna go to the birthday party. And my aunt said, you know, just come to the party, just come. And
Because
my
Caroline,
mom,
this woman
yeah.
who'd taken you, was an acquaintance of the family circle.
Exactly, yeah.
And so your mother, Luz, is there at the party, you're at the party, and something triggers her.
Oh yeah, I mean, as soon as she saw my face and she saw my dimples and she saw the resemblance to her and my brothers, she just knew that that's my daughter. And she has this saying, she always says, La sangre llama, which means blood calls. Oh. And so I felt that gravitation towards her, and she felt that pull towards me. So we were like, I was looking at her like, who's this pretty, beautiful lady? Like, I was so intrigued by her, and I didn't know why, but I really believe that it's because blood calls.
What happened after their blood called each other? How the family was reunited and the suspect eventually charged. We'll be right back.
Coming up, her birth family were complete strangers who didn't speak the same language as her. How 6-year-old Delimar adjusted to life with her new family. Next.